from Kaleidoscopic Tendencies. Today we are doing a pick-a-pile oracle message for this new moon coming on October 14th, Saturday, and the Ring of Fire eclipse that is happening. Now this is a huge, significant portal window opportunity for manifestation, for transitioning, for analyzing, removing any form of obstacles for this next leg of your journey and proceeding towards the path that reaches you to your ultimate fulfillment, your soul-driven missions, your soul-driven passions, and coming into the next phase of your journey of initiation. There is a huge message around this turning point of time that has to do a lot with bottom of the deck overall. We have this raven's head, this chosen 111, this spiritually chosen mission that you are on, that spirit has chosen you and you have pre-chosen to be destined upon within your life. This is going to be a really big message that has to do with eliminating any sort of obstacles that might be rising to the surface, especially with this Jupiter retrograde that is happening until December 31st, and coming into, your true self, your true authenticity, and opening the doorways to manifesting what will serve you on this next leg of your journeys and missions. There is also a significant message around a key being granted to you. And so these messages resonate with you, if you're drawn to this reading, this message is for you. And the key being granted to you has access to this doorway, this portal that is happening on October 14th with the new moon and the eclipse occurring. Definitely a sense with the Ring of Fire, a sense of my incense just made a straight line, steady flow of smoke in front of me. Apologies. This is going to be an ultimate window to a doorway towards your highest timeline that will serve you on this next leg of where you're going, what you're doing, what you are aspiring for, and helping you release any sort of programming that is currently in the process of being deprogrammed, so that way you can remember yourself instead of being in a space of dismembrance, right? So I want you to go ahead and pick your pile. I will have the piles sorted out with the timestamps below. So go ahead and pick your pile and then move through the timestamp to select your reading. I hope you have a wonderful eclipse and new moon this Saturday, October 14th, and I will see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Mars Aries card here, number 5, and the Tiger's Eye for your reading today. So to first get into your message, I want to first and foremost say that there is a lot that you are currently going through that is a large purging process. It might seem like you are kind of in between worlds right now. I have your pile here. I have the bottom of the deck laying in front of me. Focal point, this Mars energy, this fiery, passionate, but also authoritarian energy that's coming through. There is also, Mars and Aries has a lot to do with war. We have Aries, the god of war, and a lot of the message directly with the bottoms of the deck laying in front of me has to do with a lot of balance of seeking counsel and also knowing your hand and your place within the art of war, within your circumstances currently, as this is a message for the new moon and the eclipse happening on October 14th, excuse me. This is the Ring of Fire. So this is all about, with the Ring of Fire, it's a significant process of fire cleansing, fire healing, eliminating, burning away any sort of, obstacles or manipulation or stagnancies that are in our path to purify us and help us move forward. There is a message I was getting from this smoke. I don't think you can see it, but this smoke here, I don't know if it's picking it up, of my incense burning. And the smoke was doing this circular motion that was almost like a shell, a shielding, that was happening. And sort of the message I got directly from the smoke was the positive shifts that are happening within your life, but first eliminating any sort of energy, whether even that have something to do with forms of old ways of thinking, of feeling, of self-sabotage, clearing out any sort of past limiting beliefs, whether you had to do that out of your own survival instinct, or if that was something that was in a way programmed upon you or expected upon you to kind of navigate you through life. You are a sacred healer, but you are also a sacred warrior, and this has a lot to do with this sort of like dual mission that you might have upon your journey. Let's get into the cards. With the bottoms of the deck, we have the Six of Swords, and then Hasmed, Angel of Annihilation right here. And this kind of ties into a lot of energy with this Mars card here. Following divine guidance and also allowing yourself to dismantle and bring destruction towards areas in your life that were made under false construct, and following divine guidance to come back to a sense of remembering yourself outside of a space of being dismembered, possibly within your soul journey, but also within your life. This can have something to do as well with clearing out and deprogramming any sort of karma that has created this span of learning through past lives as well. So you're deprogramming and you're eliminating maybe the senses of soul karma that you have picked up, not just in this lifetime, but I'm getting that this is a very broadened thing to where this can correlate to past and previous experience as well. We have the Lodge Council following those cards, and this comes back to the Six of Swords energy, following a path, sailing to a space that will bring you closer and connected to home, to family, to your own source, to your soul. And then with this Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. This has a lot of energy, a lot to do with, honoring the balance of what you're going through right now, honoring, grace upon yourself, especially when it comes to your voice. That might be the source key to dismantling and dismembering anything that might be currently being held together or bonded out of, false construct. Using your voice to create destruction towards things that have been created into a paradigm upon your life. anything that stands against your truth, whether it be people, situations, things, even your own ways or patterns of self-belief. The dismantling that's happening is so that way you can come closer to your source self, your soul, your truth, your higher purposes here, as well as, you know, really coming into the sense of what passion and fulfillment looks like for you in this life. There is a lot of ancestral energy coming through with this message, and I would like to say that it seems as if the message that is going to come through with this is coming directly from ancestors, possibly in a much more ancient 7-11 on the clock, much more ancient ascended mastery form of ancestry, and also higher up into the higher dimensions of the angelic realm and ancient soul family that is guiding you. You are on this sense of, you know, light warrior mission, and this is also relative to an ascended mastery journey. You have a very strong, powerful leadership voice here, and with this Raven's Head at the bottom of the Alchemy deck, following with this Mars card, you are kind of the sense of chosen leader, this spiritually chosen leader towards leading your people, your warriors forward. A leader of the warriors, a warrior that is a leader of the warriors, someone who has the power of, you know, awakening the inner warrior for who resonates with that pathway. You may be someone who sparks a lot of passion towards determination and change, and, you know, shifting paradigms within your community and uplifting your community and helping them identify, you know, the grace of their own sovereignty and their own power within any sort of circumstance or situation. And following, I know we're stretching this out a bit, but there's a lot coming through from all over directions, so I hope that this, you know, forms into a legible way of speaking for you to hear this message. Also with this Tiger's Eye is all about willpower, all about confidence. I highly recommend to get through with the power of this energy using some Tiger's Eye. This is going to help you with spiritual protection. This is going to help you gather your inner strength and your courage to fiercely move forward diligently and reclaim your willpower. Remember, instead of dismember, remember your willpower and your strength of your soul that it has walked with as a warrior of light. Let's get into your message now. The first card we have here in the Ascended Mastery deck, okay, we have White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Connect with your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed during now. So this can very much be maybe about you shifting, you know, the paradigm of your ancestry, shifting the paradigm familially. Very strange sound happening over there. Shifting the paradigm within your lineage and family, and you might have faced possibly some persecution for a certain level of passion that you hold towards this grand mission, and this has maybe caused you to soften your voice and maybe dormantize your speech and a certain level of your passion towards this fiery, strategic way of maneuvering through the wars of the current world and your current experience. So ancestor spirit here, a lot of ancestral energy coming through, supporting you, providing you a lot of love. And with this Lodge Council here, I see that as they would like to come into a space, possibly through meditation, to greet you with, you know, deeper understanding of what your soul mission is. I'm kind of tying this maybe into your abilities as well. If you are a sense of spirit walker, if your warrior side has this ability to use your inner sight to see and discern and create strategy upon you, how you move through this experience, I highly recommend maybe going into a space of meditation, 12:12 on the clock. That is almost kind of like this lodge, coming into a lodge space with your council, with your ancient ancestors. That I'm getting is they are ascended masters of your lineage, and so they are walking with you and guiding you and collaborating with you through life to bring you in a sense of your own ascended mastery journey. They are, you know, the previous torchbearers, the ones who have walked through the dark halls of, you know, the war of this world and this grand scheme and game and matrix, and they have passed to one another through the process of, you know, being this spirit walker, being this light warrior, being this way shower through the darkness with this fiery burning torch to walk their lineage into, you know, a space of divine guidance. And this torch has been given to you because you were born. This is yours. You are here in this experience to walk with this torch now. And so maybe going into, say, I'm just gonna recommend this. This is kind of the gist of what I'm channeling. They would like you to greet them in a space of meditation. Say you go into this lodge, this sacred space, and there is a fire burning in the center of it, okay? We have this smoke coming out here. They would like to put you in a space of initiation of your soul, and through the experience, they may even grant you some visual or extrasensory able perceptive messages that will help you understand possibly what they have faced and what they are working for, what this whole fight resembles for them, and the necessary essentialness to why they are granting you that torch now. So go into the space, stare into the fires, call in your council, your ancient ancestors, and your ascended masters to guide you into a new space of initiation for yourself. Again, this time is all about, you know, taking the key that we have been granted and opening the portal to a deeper sense of world that will provide us much more understanding for our path moving forward. And so if you are here, you have this key, and this key is going to unlock the truth, the hidden truth within the fire that will provide you messages of clarity, of prosperity, and of deeper understanding of what your grand mission entails, and help you find more strategy moving through this sense of war you might be currently facing. There is so much coming through with this reading right here. So I appreciate you know, granting yourself the time to hear this. You're gonna make it all the way through the reading if this is truly meant for you, and if this is intriguing you, stay with me here, because this might be a little bit longer, but there is a lot of power and protection and so much beautiful, ancient, incredible magic and light coming through with this. So the next card we have here, we have Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off of your chest, speak up with love and be heard. Okay, we have just recently passed Mercury retrograde, and again, this is tying back to the voice, tying back to even this Joan of Arc, voice of truth, this powerful warrior self, this powerful warrior who knows how to speak and navigate and lead. And that's a lot of what this is coming with. Open communication, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. I'm getting that this is a message of speaking up to the ones who will hear you, to the ones who will hear you and listen. There is going to be, of course, a lot of people within this journey that might hear us but not listen to what it is we are saying, especially the ones who might not know what it's like to go through this path. So speaking up towards the community that will hear you, that will listen to you, that will see you for the truth of what you hold, will acknowledge what you are saying and give you a deeper sense of security behind your voice and drive a further deeper rooted passion out of you. And so this is about communicating towards the ones who will hear you and see you for, you know, the deeper sense of mission and understanding that you hold, and not allowing the self to try to worry about communicating so many of these things towards energies that simply won't understand. Because with this, speak up with love and be heard. Again, that's the idea of speaking up with love towards the community that will genuinely hear you and love you. And if you haven't fully found your community yet, honestly, this world of the internet right now, speaking up, using your voice, and driving any sort of deeper senses of, you know, wisdom or knowledge that you are gaining, start with just, you know, finding a public platform to share these things will help you navigate in finding your community who will honor you and hold you in high regard and see you, hear you, listen to you, and also walk with you through the process. With the next card, Green Terra, Supreme Protection. You are protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. Trust the process. As you continue to trust yourself, trust your voice, trust your process, this is going to unlock this deeper sense of courage here to let you share your voice of leadership, share your voice of passion, share your voice of wisdom and ancient teachings and information. This is going to help you gracefully remove cords and let them fall out of your path, which will eliminate the obstacles of maybe a sense of war that holds you back. Remember that you are protected and cords are being cut here. So move beyond those limitations, trust the process, and allow yourself to release any sort of dead weight or, you know, anyone else's burdens or karma or trauma that isn't yours, that you have moved beyond, and the things that you can see past. Don't let yourself get caught up in this mundane world when you have this spiritually chosen mission that was placed upon you because you chose to say, this is what I want to do in my experience, and this is what I want to face in order to fully deprogram my soul from within this mission, so that way I can help others learn how to properly deprogram from it as well. This is a war. This is a very deep spiritual war. It is a moral war. It's a paradigm war. and you are on the front lines leading through this battle. This is a war that no one wants to face, but you are brave enough and courageous enough to face it head on and say, we're going to get through this. So give yourself that sense of grace as well, because your ancestors are standing around you waiting for you to acknowledge that they are there to provide those messages to you. But focusing so strongly, possibly on anxiety of the war around you, is preventing possibly you being receptive of that message. So again, going back into, again, that sacred space of meditation, using your perceptive visual creativity to put yourself in a space of counsel, into a space like this, initiating yourself through the fire and gaining this next level of an initiation of your journey, being that you have taken your key out, stuck it within the door of this hut, sat with a fire, and surrendered to the whole thing engulfing your being and bringing you into a higher space of connected divinity that you innately birthright hold. And granting your torch from your ascended masters, from your ancestors, from these extremely vastly wise energies that are coming through right now, guiding you forward. The first card we have in the Angelarium deck here is Samikiel, Angel of Vengeance. Again, this is so synchronistic, this is so related, and I love how this is just flowing and connecting through the cards. But Samikiel, Angel of Vengeance here, this is a very powerful energy of protection. And again, you are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitation and trust. Surrender control of maybe being on the front lines of the war of your reality, so that way you can be put in a higher space of understanding to see where the war is collectively much larger. That way you can surrender any sort of fight towards the energies within your reality that are trying to hold you back, surrendering that fight to your ancestors, so that way they can move you into a higher space of understanding of the bigger picture with that. You are very sacredly protected, and your guides will do anything that they need to remove obstacles from your path and protect you from pieces of reality or even doorways that you might walk through that do not serve your higher purpose. There could be maybe some chaotic transformational destruction happening within your reality, and that's because your guides are doing everything to shift your reality to a space of walking through the right door that will lead you to your highest sense of self, purpose, mission, and fulfillment. And so don't mind the destruction that's happening. Focus forward, keep moving steady forward, and let the miracle happen of your guides assisting you and remove these obstacles from your path. Try not to engage too much anymore with the energies that only give you a sense of manipulation or persecution or judgment through the process. The next card in the Angelarium deck, we have Shamikiel, Angel of Silence. This is a direct message from your guides, again, telling you to come to a space of silence within the war. I also see this too as maybe a message of the quiet before the storm, but the storm is coming to bring that rearrangement and destruction, so that way your timeline can align and magnetize towards the door that you walk through into this space, and using silence to quiet the mind, go into meditation, greet your counsel with this, greet the fire, and let it create this doorway with that key that you walk through while you are handed over the torch. So greeting yourself in a space of silence and privacy to create this sacred space of counsel with this. And then Sushlof, Angel of Verdancy. This is all about walking through the door that will lead you to the realm of prosperity, especially upon your missions, upon your journey, your abundance, your manifestations. Go into a space of silence so that way you can walk into the door of prosperity, of manifestation, of higher vibration that your soul naturally lives in, and walking out of the realm where your soul's vibration gets pulled up and down because of others within your reality. Now is the time to walk through the door to live very specifically through the truth of what your vibration represents. In tarot, we have the Hierophant, okay? This is an incredibly, very deep sense of clarity that's coming through with this, okay? This is all about, again, being on the ascended mastery journey. Your guides are calling you into a space of being the student, to be receptible to their teachings of what it is to be a torchbearer, what it is to be a way shower, what it is to be on the ascended mastery journey, and what it is to be walking the path of being a leader and a light warrior for, you know, your experience in the world around you who follows you. So that way you can become this master, so that way you can become this teacher, as all of these other mice are, you know, trusting their faith and their strategy and their sight in this one who has been elected to be their leader, their way shower, their frontline leader. The next card we have here, Page of Cups, okay? While things might seem to be distracted, going into meditation here is going to give you the medicine of holding your charisma and holding your passion and holding your light through the storm. You're going to be able to walk forward a lot more confidently and trustingly, even if you don't have all of the information at once. That type of meditation and initiation with your ancestors there is going to give you this medicine that will help you walk forward with more blind faith upon the process with that, okay? And so Death, following that, walking you through passionately, charismatically, creatively, and with blind faith, not needing to know all of the answers or the information, so that way you can bypass the endings. Death card here. Bypass the endings, bypass, you know, the cord removals, removal of the obstacles, the aftermath of the destruction, so that way you can rebuild again. Knight of Cups here. So that way you can rebuild again. So that way you can proceed upon your journey of creativity, of moving with your mastery, of moving with your vibration, your high vibration, and your alignment upon this divinely guided journey here. The next card here, Eight of Swords, okay? This card, and what is the next card? Okay, so what I'm getting here is that all of this is happening because you were divinely protected. Eight of Swords has a few different meanings, but in the context of this story is this okay, this actually correlates a couple different ways, but I very much saw, first and foremost, this card, this Eight of Swords, as your guide shielding you. Your guide's protecting your path. Whether even to, say if like you're going for an opportunity that doesn't align with your highest good, you know, Spirit's not gonna let you fully open the door because it won't resonate with your fulfillment. And so they're removing the obstacles such as that, and relationships, and maybe even places or things from your life, because it won't align with you and your long-term fulfillment. And even if it might feel, you know, hectic having to go through the distraction of it now, there is a higher purpose and a higher message of how these things won't resonate with you in this time, nor in the future, moving through this doorway. I also see this too, as this is going to also help you acknowledge where to protect your energy against, you know, anything that takes you out of alignment, or that brings you a sense of judgment or persecution for who you are, what you're doing, or what you're moving with or building for. This is a sense of shielding, this Eight of Swords. This could too be maybe a sense of edginess that you might be currently feeling. And with this Shaligiel, Angel of Silence, right above that, I see that as maybe allowing yourself to deshackle the edginess through this meditative experience that will bring you closer to a sense of home and purpose, and the depth of who you truly are on a very, very deep soul level, and an ancestral level, and an ascended mastery level, to be this torchbearer in this experience, to be this leader. And that's going to help you soften your shell, but also sharpen your blade for the higher realm of strategically moving through this battle, with purpose, with high courage and will, and greater wish for fulfillment for the all. The last card we had was the Fool in tarot, the last 33:44 on the clock. The last card we had in tarot was the Fool, and this is all about the journey. It is definitely time to follow this white rabbit down the path of remembering and regaining the wisdom of vibrancy that you are, and reclaiming the fire of your torch again, and following the path that your higher self is guiding you towards, and that your ancestors and ascended mastery ancestors are leading you through, so that way, you know, you can yield a true sense of success and prosperity for what you are fighting for your path, for your community, for all of which you truly love. You're opening a new doorway, not just for yourself, but for the all. And this is a very brave thing that you're doing. So proceeding and initiating into the fire once again, because you have done this on a soul level numerous times, and now is the time to come back to the remembering of being a part of this sacred council that you are a part of spiritually, internally, ancestrally, worldly. It's your time for initiation. Power just went off. Whoa. Okay, first card in the Shamanic Medicine Oracle deck, we have Air Creativity. Okay, so here's the thing. As you are a creator, you are a master manifester, you may even be a projector energy type within your human design. I highly recommend taking deeper study within your human design archetype as well. Look up human design, looking at your graphs and the way, you know, that your soul is functioning within this reality, but you are this creator. There's a very deep sense within that in a lot of different ways that might have even more so of a sense to do with creating timelines. I'm trying to download this. I'm trying to receive the information behind that. Creating timelines based off of the divine guidance that you receive through spirit. Creating timelines that will uproot and shift and destruct timelines within this realm that won't serve the higher good of the all. You're very powerful, my friend. And that is why you walking with this torch is so important, because of how powerful you are and how able you are to be able to create timelines that will serve the world and the collective in a higher power. This is something that hasn't been able to be done before. And that's why you are here. That's why you were chosen. That's why you were elected. Because of your strength. Because of the power that you're able to hold through alchemy, through manifestation, through creativity. You're able to innovate and create and invent new ways of winning the battle, of creating a new path, of creating alliance, council. You're very fluent and good at letting things fall where they need to, so that way they can be regenerated and rebuilt with a higher sense of purpose and function. She has red hair. Archangel Uriel, the Ring of Fire. Maybe call upon Archangel Uriel to help you with your higher learning of receiving wisdom. Working with Archangel Uriel to reignite the flame of your torch along with your ascended masters for initiation towards becoming this leader and creator that you are. There's a lot of information here with that. If you would like to go specifically deeper into that sense of your purpose, I do have a link at the end of the video. I have a contact at the bottom of that link. Feel free to reach out to me, book a session, whatever it is. We can go deeper into information with that. But there's a lot of information there. There is a lot that is there. We are running this long, so I'm going to leave it at that. And if you are deep or curious or would like to seek for the deeper depth of this through your guides, through your ascended masters, and through your ancestors, through this meditation and through this initiation, please call forth for that information to come through to you. The last card we have here is Buried in Earth Transference. This card represents initiation, okay? So this card, I love this deck so much, and especially this card because it shows the ceremonial practice that a lot of different cultures would use, where they would dig this pit in the earth, lay you in it, and also plant within the bottom soil there all of these amulets and objects and things and very sacred items that represent the power of their ancestry, of deities, of, you know, gods, of very powerful things that represent different forms of high vibrational power, and they bury you with those things, and then this straw, right, so you can breathe, but they start to ceremonialize and initiate you through drum trance work into a space of meditation and transferring, receiving all of the energetic transference from those items into you. This is a form of soul fragment recollection. If you study shamanism, you know, recollecting, remembering all of these soul fragments that have been passed to you through birthright from your ancestry all the way back to ancient times. These abilities, these powers, this wisdom, it is your inheritance through your birthright. And so gain these things through meditation. You walk in your blood, in your DNA, in your genetics. You hold the inheritance of uprooting these things, reigniting these things, reawakening these things through you as this torchbearer, as this chosen leader, okay? I'm very proud of you. If you want to use the eclipse window to greet yourself through this meditation, to greet your guides through this meditation, I highly recommend it. That would be a significantly powerful time to do so. Thank you so much for, you know, being in this existence and being exactly the person that you are and walking this path with all of the courage and bravery and understanding that you hold. I hope you have a very happy and explorative and transformational new moon and eclipse. I wish you well upon your journeys and through this next phase of initiation that you're currently going through. And I'm very proud of you and grateful for you to be here. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Hello, pile number 2. You picked the card Antimony. And the Malachite for your reading today. So, to get into your reading here, this is a reading for the new moon and the eclipse, the Ring of Fire eclipse happening on October 14th, this Saturday. This is going to be a very powerful message for those who chose this Antimony card. And this is a message of kind of reinstating alignment towards your path, reinstating your willpower, reinstating your passion and leadership abilities that you hold towards this bottom of the deck focal point of all of the readings, Raven's Head, your spiritually chosen and birthrighted mission, pathway, destiny, for your journey here within this experience, okay? There's a lot of power coming through ancestrally, but also from the angelic realm, the archangels delivering a message of your role of leadership, of your role as an alpha, as your role as, you know, a way shower, and someone who will walk upon a path, or is walking upon a path within a life of being elected as a leader, being, you know, the creator of a new way of something. There's a lot of fiery energy with this as well. I'm gonna read the bottoms of the deck. I have your pile here face down with me, but from the bottoms of the deck that I chose from, 222 on the clock, we have the Emperor. Right underneath the Emperor, we have the Empress here. But the Emperor, under that, Justice, the Emperor here, this authoritarian, this leader, this someone in their own power. A lot of animal energy, obviously, as well. We have the great horned owl, we have the fox, we have the crow or the raven, we have the wolf. This is a lot of powerful energy within the animal realm, within the totem animal realm. So we have the Emperor, this leader, this leadership archetype, this role of self-leadership, the role of born birthrighted leadership. And then we have Archangel Uriel, Angel of Flame, in the Angelarium deck. Archangel Uriel, this wisdom keeper, this powerful way shower, this energy that personifies the flame of your ancestral torch that you are walking through this life with, this leadership, the light within the darkness, leading the way showing, as a leader, the path of awakening, the path of true soul-driven calling, the leader towards a path of something. We will get into more within your reading here, but there's so much energy coming through at once, so excuse me for stumbling a bit. I'm just trying to navigate and kind of formulate what is coming through. The drum awakening, the drum awaken, bottom of the shamanic medicine oracle deck here. The pulsations, the pounds, the vibrations of the drum knocking and knocking and knocking towards a breakthrough that you are currently going through, a transformational breakthrough, malachite, transformative energy that is building up and getting ready to break open this whole new doorway of reality for you. And this Joan of Arc, voice of truth, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Igniting this deeper voice you have behind navigating, behind leadership. After that, underneath that card, we have Kuthumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answers that you seek. Trust what you know. And then Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Underneath that, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. I wanted to start your reading out by reading the description of this antimony card in its guidebook. because a lot of the energy I was getting from this is, one, this alpha type leadership energy, but also this lone wolf type energy. And that might be something that you might feel you're destined to within this experience. But as a leader, it's a part of your duty to kind of find the way and then create your true pack along the way, to accumulate 6:46 on the clock. Accumulate your true pack along the way. This could even too be a calling to take the journey of the lone wolf, to deprogram yourself from persecution or any sort of masked judgment that might be coming up in your reality, especially being an empathically sensitive individual that you still pick up on, but people aren't showing possibly their true colors to your face. And so this is about awakening, rising above, aligning yourself to the vibration that your soul is living through, rather than the vibration that your current reality is trying to contain you within. Rising above and taking on the owl, the higher perspective role of what it is to be a self-proclaimed leader, to be, a leader that has been elected into the space of where you have gotten to and where you're going, and the one who can see deeper, creating a sense of navigation. You might have, as I said, see deeper navigation. I got this idea, maybe this leadership alpha-ness of you is so important because you might have a premonitory sight. And so with this is how you kind of navigate strategy as a leader and deliver wisdom that will create a navigational path for those of whom you are leading, because of what you see. So I'm going to get into this. I'm going to read Antimony in the guidebook to go forward, and then we will go into your cards here. This card too, we also have 3 orbs on one side that remind me of Orion's belt, sort of in the position of Orion's belt. And then we have this one way over here that sort of resembles almost like Sirius, and it's very blue, and so Sirius. The diamond in here kind of reminds me of chrysocolla, the stone chrysocolla, which is a very heart chakra energy. Malachite here is a very transformative heart chakra energy, meant to kind of help you align to the path of the portal of the heart. But then we have the number 27, so maybe that number is significant for you. So yeah, let's go into it. 27. Okay. So antimony. Wildness, fierceness, and hunger. In medieval times, antimony became known as the Grey Wolf of alchemy. This was due to the metalloid's unpredictable qualities and its ability to eat away at materials in the laboratory. Gold is one of the few materials to withstand contact with it. For these reasons, this card must be read with delicacy. On one hand, it represents the wild and free spirit that longs to express itself within the world. On the other hand, it represents a fierceness that can turn destructive or corrosive at the drop of a hat. The message here is clear. Channel the gray wolf's energy towards creativity. Challenge it to come out from the shadows and express itself. Embark on the creative project or adventure that is calling to you, rather than focusing on why you cannot do it. Once you begin, don't quit. The gray wolf responds to respect, not repression. Going deeper, read Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa Pinkola Estes to ponder corrosion as medicine. Another interpretation of this material is that something is eating away or wearing away at a situation or person. Let this possibility open to deeper revelation. Like many of the alchemy cards, the gray wolf can most easily be felt through the laboratory of the human body. Dance, run, shake, breathe, and tend to your emotions that are coming through, especially anger. I have a dent in the page here. Kind of looks like a tooth mark. Okay, so antimony, focal point of your reading. Channeling your emotions, what you were going through into something creative. Letting that channeling create this deeper level spark of passion that is built up within you, that you find it hard to express. Put it into something creative without worrying how the external world might portray you. Throw your heart and soul into it. And depending on what the outcome is of that creative expression and who supports it and who doesn't support it, is going to help you understand who is in your circle, who is a part of your pack, who is willing to take the rawness of who you are as your authentic self and honor it. If that makes sense. To get into your message, first card we have here in the Ascended Mastery deck is Commander Ashtar. Call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Again, this authoritarian leader energy, this leadership archetype. Take charge, lead by example. As this leader, your job is to kind of alchemize and create a new realm or path towards something. You are the way shower. And so without your example, that path is yet to be laid out in front of you. That's kind of the hard thing, is you are the creator of it in a sense. You are of course divinely guided, but because of the honestly ancient wisdom that you hold, you're meant to kind of open this new pathway up for those around you to learn from, but also to allow the higher ups and your ancestors to learn from this as well. You are a grand leader, you are a grand teacher, you hold a sight towards something very significantly powerful here, physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, innovatively for this world, and for honestly multiple dimensions that reside within it. Lead by example, pave that path, let that path just kind of erupt out of you without fear of persecution, of who might judge you or who might fall away, because that's a part of the point, is to, walk the path of self-leadership, lead by example, so that way you can attract the right pack here for you that will follow. The alpha that knows strategy, that knows strength, that knows determination, that knows loyalty, that knows courage, that knows the way, a very wise way, wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom that you hold with this Archangel Uriel card. All of this, especially. But the next card here, charity, prayer and contemplation, connect to heaven, ask and you shall receive. So this is a very bold statement here. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Your guides serve you. They are waiting for your call, and they are waiting for your request for their input and their strategy. They serve you because they hold you in high regard and they honor you. So don't think of your guides as something above you or authoritative over you. They are there to serve you. And so ask and you shall receive. Grant them the space of helping you through your journey. Grant them access towards providing you the honorance of divine guidance and information, let alone maybe even wisdom. If you're premonitory, Akashic wisdom of history, of information. It's like being a computer and generating just information out of the ethers. Ask and you shall receive. You are granted access such as this because of who your soul is. Okay, and then we have Lord Shiva, transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given, dance with the universe. Lord Shiva is a god, a deity of destruction. He is the personification of the healed divine masculine. He's a leader, he is a destructor. He is one to destruct things that have been made out of false paradigm, false perception, false creation. And so he's also known, Lord Shiva is also known the god of medicine. And so medicine is all about what is medicinal and what is poisonous. And so it depends on what type of medicine is placed where. So say for instance, karma, Lord of karma necessarily, right? For that which deserves medicine will be granted medicine or healing, and then that which isn't, that which is going against the grain of free will, of one's sovereignty, or one's divinely guided path, anything that is in a sense manipulating that or creating obstacles for it, he will then deliver poison, right? With that, honestly, with this card, I always kind of deliver the message of someone in your reality maybe getting a taste of their own medicine, or you are a very divinely protected individual. You have to be perceptive to seeing that and allowing yourself to be divinely protected. But anything that tries to mess with you will get a taste of their own medicine, because that's medicine, that's karma. And so honoring the sense that you are kind of a personification of that energy as well. You're kind of meant to be a deliverance of medicine, whether it be positive or negative for whoever you are delivering it to within your life. And that might be hard because it sort of seems like there's a part of you that's also very much sort of like a peacekeeper, or someone who doesn't fully acknowledge the true power of who you are. And that's why this message is coming through the way it is, sort of as divine intervention to grant you the willpower from your spiritual team through a message to help you instate the power of who you are. Transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given, dance with the sacred rhythm of the universe. Walk the path. Allow yourself to walk the path because you have this torch in hand. It's time to use it. It's time even to throw some people off that will either inspire them or it will cause them to stray away from you. And that's the power of your medicine. 22:11 on the clock. That's who you are. Your authenticity, and you honoring your authenticity through true and powerful, vibrant expression, powerful expression, is going to help you understand who is your pack and who is not, who you were meant to lead and who is meant to walk with you. Not everyone is going to be granted access to walk with you. Not everyone is going to be granted access to your table. When Spirit goes to set your table to celebrate you, not everyone is going to be granted access to get to eat with you. And so that's the medicine of figuring out who is your true pack and who isn't, is by honoring your inner force and expressing that and being that and exuding creativity and exuding your authenticity that way. You will truly begin to see who is there and who is intimidated by what you have to show up with, what you have to offer. In the Angelarium deck, the first card we have here, 2345K. First card we have here is Netza, right leg endurance. This could be a representation of you carrying a lot of weight from, honestly, maybe people who tether you down into being what they need you to be, what they can gain through having you carry the weight, or authority in the wrong ways of, or you being in charge of carrying the weight for others, or, you know, molding yourself to a certain type of circumstance for the sake of others getting to have the light, have the leadership, you know, walk with the power, keeping you sort of tied or bind or strapped to some sort of expectation is what I'm getting that endurance as. And you have endured a lot through sort of being that, molded to that in your life. It might be a long-term trend. This might be something that you have faced since childhood. This could be something that you maybe have faced through past lives, you know, and this is something that is transforming now because you're choosing to honor the very powerful inner force of expression and creativity, voice and passion and leadership that you are. And that is honestly why you are granted that torch. And your torch is being relit because you're resparking this deeper sense of doing it anyway, of doing it despite, doing it without worry or fear or need to people please because of persecution, if that makes sense. The next card we have here, Samikiel, Angel of Vengeance. Okay, with this is what's directly coming through with this. With this Lord Shiva card here, this medicine, don't get in the way of anyone else's karma because they expect you to, okay? Don't carry the dead weight of other people's crap or karma or obstacles that have only been delivered to them because of their own karma. Try not to take the weight off of others for their own stuff or like lighten their load because you're kind of a peacekeeper and you want everyone to be happy because you're that leader, because you're that maturity, because you're that maybe like spiritual elder despite physical age, okay? Samikiel here, Angel of Vengeance, is saying let karma go to who it needs to go to. Let karma happen and unfold to let your transformation happen, because if you get in the way of other people's karma and carry it on your back because of external expectation, then that's going to cause you to be diverged from your alignment of your path. It's going to cause you to maybe face the continuous cycle of exactly doing that. Now's the time to rise up, honor your inner force, trust and listen to the steps that are being given despite the fear of being persecuted. It's time to really engulf yourself in the magic of your passion, in the magic of your fire, of your ferocity, of your wolfness, your power, your expression, and walk the talk of what internally your compass is saying to you to do. Raven's Head. This is also a message of protection, but saying like, don't drop the ball, man. You were chosen for this and you chose this. Spirit is saying we chose you for a reason. We need you to honor your true power of this. I'm going to read the description of that in just a second. But Samikiel here, Angel of Vengeance, I see this very much as possibly having ancestry that knows a lot about banishment, a lot about possibly even like protection, and like I'm getting the sense that you have like some guides that are so protective over you and they almost show up like dark. There's a card in the Shamanic Medicine Oracle deck somewhere that's called the Medicine Mask, and it kind of looks scary, but the scariness of it is medicinal. Those who see it and see the ferocity of it will either get scared and run away, or they will look at it and see passion and courage and so much inspired protection behind it, and they will honor it. So it really just depends on how you look at it. But don't be afraid of your guides first and foremost, because they might come across rather intimidating in that factor. But know that they are showing up for you. Karma is being delivered where it belongs, and you have to trust power behind that. This card too, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but Hell's Moving Castle, this is kind of the energy that like this card sort of gives me as well. And also the aspect of Hell's Moving Castle, like Hell is kind of this lone wolf, right? He feels like he is destined to live this path of like darkness and self-solitude, but he's also like very much this like, without him even realizing it, this very like caring, compassionate, powerful energy. this leader, honestly, and he uses his abilities and his powers for good causes. And there's a part kind of in the movie where he has to come to terms with recognizing that in a way. And so, like, honor that about yourself if you feel relative to that, or if you would like to watch that movie to kind of feel or see the relativity you might have with that, I highly recommend it. But I'm going to read this Raven's Head here in the guidebook. I'm going to try to get through this, but there's a very extremely important message with that in the guidebook that needs to come through. I also recommend, if you are interested, I think that pile number 1 you might relatively relate with as well. One moment. Okay, Raven's Head. Raven's Head, right? Initiation, the ordeal, the work begins. Though alchemy is filled with a myriad of open-ended symbols, the raven head has a precise message. It arrives to mark the beginning of the work. This card indicates something that has occurred, known or unknown, to initiate the spinning of the alchemical wheel. With its mighty churning, things are about to change on every level. The raven's work cannot be undone, just as the pill cannot be unswallowed or the pearl turned back into sand. You may be overwhelmed or think the journey ahead is not for you. Your doubts matter not to the raven, as its appearance signifies it has chosen you. You are ready, and the moment is now. Can you go back to the way things were? Can you pretend nothing has changed? The raven caws a clear no. It does not apologize, as it knows your destiny is great. Okay. As you step into the work, travel light. There is no need for additional baggage, literally or metaphorically. Everything you need awaits within the alchemical laboratory. The raven, with its trickster spirit, has many symbolic interpretations. It is also linked to the Hierophant card in tarot, so be on the lookout for a new teacher or mentor. Okay, so that's that card. And it's also, again, the raven, a very protective totem animal there for you, as well as the wolf, as well as the owl. A lot of ferocious, kind of darker totem animals that walk sort of through the darkness as protective guardians of the night. Anyway, last card in the Angelarium deck here is Sushlof, Angel of Verdancy. So, manifestation, yielding the harvest of your manifestation, walking upon the path to prosperity and abundance. With these 3 cards, you've endured a lot, so don't get in the way of karma, so that way you can finally celebrate into a realm of manifestation and achieving for yourself, instead of, providing all of your fruitful harvest for everyone else. Take your harvest for yourself, walk with it, and allow yourself to see that as the table that Spirit has set for you. Not all will be granted access to eating at that table with you. So it's important, through your creative expression and your passion and just full force letting it out and erupt and come through you, see who appreciates it and see who doesn't. See who remains quiet and doesn't give you the acknowledgement, honestly, and just you don't even need to say anything from that. You just kind of need to just start quietly creating your own separate way. Then they're gonna be like, oh, well, what, where'd you go? Are you okay? How are you doing? Just be like, yeah, I'm good, and then keep walking. In tarot, we have the Lovers, okay? So this is a card that represents union of the divine feminine and divine masculine energy. This is all about coming to alignment with yourself internally balancing your masculine and your feminine energies, allowing that to create safety between both energies to align down this path of leadership, this emperor. And then the empress underneath that, creating balance with justice card here, creating balance between the two energies. 10 of Cups underneath that, right? Soul fam, your tribe, your pack. Creating balance between masculine and feminine energies. This is what the Lovers represents. So honoring this goes into honoring your emotions, your creativity, your passions, your sight, you know, the vibrancy of who you are on a deep soul level, and then letting your masculine energy drive it full force out of you. So it's about creating the feeling and driving the expression. Creating the feeling, driving the expression. Creating the thing and driving it out. Letting the vehicle fully function and drive its way forward with the gas and with the battery. This moth, transformation. Allowing yourself to be in union with yourself, which is going to create this generative power of magnetism towards your true pack, your true reality, being able to live in a reality happily, fulfillingly, prosperously, without having to silence yourself or play yourself small because of other people needing a sense of limelight. You're the chosen one here. So the Lovers. Then we have the 10 of Wands. I saw this as a very powerful spiritual team, okay? Very powerful energy. You might not exactly know where you're going with all of these choppy waters here, but that's why this alignment is important, because this alignment is going to help you feel safe within blind faith. It's going to help you walk forward with sturdiness and trust. Where did we have trust here? Okay. Steps are being given, to say the least. Honor your inner force. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. This is really about trusting that voice that comes in, trusting the visuals that come in, trust in the feelings that come in, not second guessing the information that comes in or the sensations, not doubting them or second guessing them, going with your gut. And that might be uncomfortable, but that the part you have to acknowledge within the uncomfortability is where it kind of paves an alternate route towards something else that your current reality and the people within it have created for you. You're supposed to kind of go off the beaten path, and that's where you're going to find your magic. And not everyone walking on this beaten path, this modern world way of doing things, or, you know, whatever that is. The right word's not coming to me, but like, not all of them are gonna follow you. Some might be curious and kind of walk up behind you secretly to see what you're doing, but not all of them are going to be genuine. And so know and trust that the medicine of you and your guides, and trusting the power of your guides, will remove those things from your life. Your job is to let them be removed, so that way you don't take on the weight of anyone else's karma out of the people pleasing. And that might be what causes this choppy waters, this lack of having a broader foresight, not knowing what is forward upon the path. Because of that, it could also be with this 8 of Swords here, because of all of this kind of like detail the devil is in the details, right? Because of all of the, you know, the dirtiness that happens behind the scenes in the details, you are very sensitive, so you pick up on it, and that causes you to shield yourself, possibly from the energies that truly honor you for who you are. And it's like your heart, it creates your heart chakra to close. And so when your heart chakra is closed, it prevents the magnetism of it to flow, attract, and magnetize towards the things in the pack that aligns with you, that honors you, and that you hold honor for. The link, the syncing of that, the synchronicity, you know, the tall walls prevent you from seeing perceptively the way forward with that, because you're protecting yourself, because you know that you're protecting yourself from this energy. And so you're a very brave individual, so allow that bravery to channel into your creativity, into however you express creatively. Allow that bravery to full force open up, come alive, and channel into whatever it is you're doing, because that's gonna make people either love you, honor you, and be fully passionate about your expression, or they'll be intimidated. But make sure that you discern too where people act like try to support you and pretend to be your friend because you're successful, or because so on and so forth, and who really is your ally. You'll know, you'll feel it. Even as simple like asking, you shall receive right here. Like, ask yourself, does this person genuinely support me, or are they just doing it because they see that I have a source of light that they can use down the road, right? That they can sort of use as a crutch or as a key towards some level of success for them. It depends, right? Just, it's about asking, so that way you can receive the proper intuitive information and trust your intuition, so that way you don't have to move in a sense of guardedness. And that letting down that guard is also going to help you align with this Lovers here, but also this Ten of Wands, a clearer way forward without the murky waters, not really giving you a sense of direction that you're moving. Page of Wands. So this Page of Wands, I see this passionate, charismatic energy rising above the darkness, rising above the shadows, rising above any sort of like hidden eyeballs hiding in there, maybe masking themselves, trying not to. Outside of it, there's like flowers and all these like this like good things, but inside there's like these like dark sort of caged eyes that might be hiding themselves from you through, you know, false expression, or just trying to like give you sort of like what you want, or try to like mask through mirroring you in a sense to make you think that they're your ally, when really they might just be trying to gain something from you in some way, which is causing you to carry on this way. So trust your inner calling. Trust that you have risen above the darkness. You have done so much inner work to rise above this darkness. So allow yourself to take off and fly, rather than continuing to carry the weight and tending to other people's karma for stabbing you in the back in secret, right? You deserve better than that. Honor that. I do. Okay? So, acknowledge who you are very deeply and passionately, courageously, fiercely. Your guides are cheering you on so freaking hard. Like, there's a lot of power here. We're running long on this, so I'm gonna kind of speed it up. 7 of Pentacles here. You might be working towards a lot of different things, a lot of different projects, a lot of different senses of security that will attract with the sticky spider webs, you know, like attract harvest for you, manifestation. Don't give those things away to others. Those are your manifestations. Those are your hard work. So don't give away your harvest for anything or anyone else. That's yours, because that will cause obstacles towards your evolution. Right there. Right there. That imagery explains it all. This caterpillar, all he wants to do is evolve. And there's this hawk, this hungry, thirsty hawk in the way. But guess what? He's gonna go into the darkness of that little like cavern there and do the work in silence, make the moves in silence, and just like evolve in there. Because when they come out, when the caterpillar comes out as a butterfly or even as a moth, whatever it is, it's gonna have wings, and then the hawk's gonna be like, wow, what the fuck, right? And then they're gonna be intimidated for the amount of work that happens when you move in silence. Anyway, next cards, the last cards we have here. Okay, North Solitude in reverse. North Solitude. Don't feel like you're destined to having to walk a path lonely. This lone wolf, don't feel destined to the lone wolf path, because you're kind of meant to be the wolf and the lone wolf, to walk through this, to just clear away anyone else's karma. Because honestly, you don't really have karma. You are just carrying other people's karma. So releasing other people's karma, and find a sense of like, look how happy that guy is in his solitude. Instead of isolation and isolating the self, allow yourself to find the sense of sparked passion in solitude. Because look how happy he is, embracing the safe space of self. And that's gonna help you feel really good about moving forward as your own authority, as your own leadership, passionately, without these energies getting in the way that are kind of obliging you to cater to them. Fire, passion. Okay. This also kind of reminds me of this Archangel Uriel here. Passion, ignite that deep spark, that ferocious passion that you have, that fire. I know you have it in you. Start expressing it. Express that loud and like proudly, but like, and you also might be a like super humble person, because you're kind of the sense of glue for other people. It's okay to not be so humble about things sometimes. Sometimes our own humility is a trauma response. So allowing yourself to be bigger than what you might feel like you're destined for. Ignite that fiery passion and exude it, because that's gonna be your medicine. That's gonna help you block out any sort of challenge or obstacle from your path. These like masked tricksters that might try to put on a show and pretend for the sake of keeping you around. Dodge the bullets, dodge the hurdles, dodge the trickster. We have the owl, the fox, the wolf, very trickster, the raven, very trickster-like energies. So when the trickster tries to show up and manipulate you, or like sugarcoat something towards you, be the trickster back. Trick them by going internally and making moves in silence, not sharing everything, going undercover. That's how the fox is very trickstery, is because they make moves in silence. They're very strategic. Same ravens, same with owls, same with wolves. Eliminate the obstacles through your passion. Because that's going to show people's true colors of how they kind of represent themselves to you after your expression. And you'll know if they genuinely support you or not, or if they're kind of just either intimidated or threatened by the power of light that you hold. Okay, well, I hope you have a very grand eclipse and new moon this Saturday. This is all about the Ring of Fire, so ignite the fire, let it circle around you, create this like pillar, you know, of fiery, passionate, cleansing energy that's going to ignite this whole new level of creative expression through you and role of leadership. I love you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging, and I wish you all the luck. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 3. You picked the Mystical Sister card here with Pyrite. Okay. So this is your message for the new moon and the eclipse happening on October 14th, this Saturday. This eclipse is known as the Ring of Fire, and this is all about, as it's a new moon and eclipse, this is a huge portal window opportunity to walk through the doorway to who you are. There's a lot of energy here, very powerful energy, and this is like the guidance that I'm getting, the connection I'm getting through this is held in a very high spiritual regard. You are very connected to a deep form of source energy, and this is just a very powerful message. There's so much information coming through at once, so give me just a moment to align this 111 on the clock and to get into it. So I have the bottoms of the deck laid in front of me. I have your cards pulled face down here. This is a message for someone who is a guiding light, okay? I'm gonna read the description of this card in just a moment, but this is also someone who is very clairvoyant. Someone who is tapped into their abilities in a deep way. Someone who's very connected to source energy. And so with the bottoms of the deck, I have the Ace of Cups here. The Ace of Cups. We have Archangel Gabriel here. This is a message bringer of information, of good news, of, you know, this is the messenger. Below that, we have Samikiel, Angel of Vengeance, very divinely protected energy. Below that, Zachriel, Angel of Memory. This could be an Akashic Records keeper. And then we have the Stone People Knowing in the Shamanic Medicine Oracle deck here. This honestly really tells me that you're tapped into your guides, you're really tapped into your connection with source energy, you're very tapped into your abilities and your clear knowing, but also like possibly ancient information and wisdom as this messenger here and as this Akashic Records keeper. Being we have the Medicine Mask Authenticity in reverse here, I'm getting a sense that you might be in a sense of turbulence, not fully knowing who's wearing a mask around you and who's not. But here's the thing. We have charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Under that, this is all aligned with your sacred mission. With this raven's head as the focal point for all of the readings here, this is a message of you being spiritually chosen for something, you holding a birthright, you being this pearl, you being this creative creator energy, and you also being raven, divinely protected, but you also holding this vital sense of ability and mission for your world. I'm gonna go into this sacred sister, or this mystical sister here, and read you the description, and then we will go forth with your pile. Okay, so the mystical sister. Sacred ally, enema, and outreach. The enema is a representation of the healed divine feminine, okay? And so this is for someone who is more in their divine feminine energy, who is really aligned with their healing. Someone who is very strong and intellectual and wise upon your journey to this point. Just when you thought you could traverse the alchemical path by yourself, Sora Mystica appears, this card. This card indicates a dear friend or a sacred ally holds you in their heart at this very moment. With their support, you are able to do what you cannot do yourself. Between you exists an alchemical pact based upon the ingredients of respect, honesty, and unconditional love. It's as if you've known each other for many lifetimes. You may have shared an experience from which you are always bonded. This archetype may come in any gender, age, or form. One distinct characteristic of Sora Mystica is that they practice the art of witnessing and listening. They have no need to judge, fix, or give advice. Presence is enough. When this card appears, tend to the flame of friendship. Be a mystical sister to another. Go deeper. Read the poem 1383 by Emily Dickinson to ponder those who have helped you. An expression of divine feminine principles, Sora Mystica is beyond bloodlines and timelines. It may be someone who is no longer living. Trust your first instinct. Sora Mystica is a remedy for the isolation of our time. No matter how long it's been, reconnect with an old friend today, someone who comes to mind without effort. Okay, so this is a card of alliance, spiritual alliance, whether it be someone in physical form, a mother, a sister, gender roles aside as well, okay, a friend, a brother, a father, someone who you were bonded with through alliance. This could even be someone on the other side. So this is a message of knowing and trusting spiritually that you are allied, okay, that you hold an alliance, and that you also are not walking the path alone, okay? That's significant with that. You might feel right now that, like, honestly, with this medicine mask in reverse right here, this is kind of telling me, like, right now you might not fully know who your allies are for the sake of not knowing or trusting if there's facades, or if there's, you might feel a sense of confusion upon your path. Sensing that there's like this masked energy that's presenting itself to you outside of their own authenticity. And to trust within your spiritual alliance, and to also trust and know the tendance to yourself, the truth of what you know, your wisdom, your ability to be this messenger, your deep ability to know, to explore the Akashic realm, to manifest and to be connected to the energy of source that at this point it's just so fluid for you. So keep touch with that divine feminine ability that you hold to be able to traverse through your abilities. Pyrite protection. Whatever is happening behind the scenes that's not expressing whatever it is in true form, know that you are sacredly protected, okay? We had that Samikiel angel of vengeance there as well. your council sees you at this as this very grand, highly honored divine feminine, and because of that, you have a very tremendously powerful team that is backing you and seeing through the mysteries of the unknown, and even possibly holding you from any sort of information that might cause your empathic abilities to stray away from your purpose because of the need to tend to these things. Being we have the Ace of Cups, I see that as a need that you are in need of right now, is tending to your own cup, holding your own fluids, providing that sustenance to yourself, as under that, the Tower, things get revealed and dismantled, and false foundations get destroyed, so that way you can reinstate foundations where they belong upon your path. Okay, put that down. I'm gonna go into your cards now. So the first card we have here is the Shekinah, Sacred Self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. This is a representation of the divine feminine. The Shekinah is also known as the Sophia, and this is the literal divine feminine personification of Christos, Christ consciousness, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, whatever it is you want to call him. He's the personification in his own way of the divine masculine, and so you are the divine feminine essence of this, the Sophia, the Shekinah. So being through this process of possibly the unknown and the messenger, again, moths are messengers as well, while things kind of go through the state of darkness or blindness, walking in blind faith, tending to yourself, clarity over the situation will be revealed, and this is going to bring you to a sense of your own willpower, your own divine feminine essence that can trust the power behind their own abilities and feel safe as they are, feel powerful as they are, feel expressive as they are, unleashing their spirit. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Okay, so honor your divine feminine essence right now. You might have a lot of eyes on you. You might have a lot of eyes on you right now, and this can cause you to maybe be a little turbulent or anxious towards the realm of keep walking true to your faith, keep walking true to your abilities, and walking with the crown, the torch that you have unlocked and learned to use for the betterment of the whole with, and shine light as this mystical sister, as this ally, as this maybe even mysterious energy. If you are clairvoyant, you can, you walk through other dimensions, other planes, other realities, and gain deep information and wisdom out of nowhere because you're a channel, because you're connected that deeply to source energy, and because you've practiced in your connection to this. This is something that not everyone is going to be able to achieve besides those who carry similar archetypes to you. This might cause other people to be like, oh, well, how do I do that? How do I be like them? Whatever it is, your point, your job is to tend to yourself right now, because the divine feminine essence that you are, the high priestess that you are, or priest, this could, gender roles aside with this is the divine feminine essence as an energy. So the high priest or priestess that you are is meant to help your community with seeing the way where they can't, but also a part of your job as well is helping others kind of gain a sense of their own perceptions and awareness around their own abilities as well. You are kind of meant to hold a lot of different facets of abilities for this reason, because you're meant to help a lot of people in a lot of different ways. You're meant to be like very specifically and strictly like a spirit walker and seer here, and traverse both sides of the veil and be the messenger. So honor your divine self, honor your sacred self, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life, divine feminine. We have this other very feminine energy here, hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Okay, so if you feel like maybe persecution in your reality or judgment, or invisible facades right now are preventing you from truly seeing your divine worth and how high regard you are held spiritually within the world, within your community of those that you've helped, within even the spiritual realms. Choose loving thoughts so that way you can align to those things, rather than I'm getting telepathy. So if you telepathically pick up on judgment, or you may have cleared your perception pretty well at this point to have a clear channel, but you're still receiving those things, and that's to kind of help sweep up the dust under your feet, so that way you can step around it and pave your own path when something tries to get in your way, right? That's honoring your divine feminineness. You're not really a competitive type, so you kind of just go a different direction when you're kind of tested to be in a stance of competition. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So hold on to the drive. If per se you're walking through the darkness, to hold on to the thoughts that give you courage and love and encouragement to move forward. So that way your empathic self doesn't stagnate yourself towards people pleasing to anything that doesn't actually truly have authentic love for you, if it is conditional or whatever it is, what have you, okay? The next card we have, Saint Germain, karma releasing. Move beyond drama. Create your own path, make room for good energy. So it's exactly what I was saying. When someone tries to stir up maybe a sense of drama or competition or whatever it is in front of you, pave your own path. Disregard yourself from drama. Honor yourself in a sense of like honoring the divine feminine in you that doesn't have like the need to get caught up in the murkiness of chaos because of another person's judgment or perception or a lack thereof, right? This is all about paving your own path. Karma releasing. Release karma that is built up from other individuals. Don't hold anyone's karma, because that might be also where you get caught up, or maybe other people persecuting you because of just how connected you are and possibly how mysterious that might come across. So they think you deserve karma, so they try to cast bad judgment or bad thoughts or just whatever upon you. Release that, so that way you can move beyond and move forward with who you are. You're a very graceful, loving, compassionate, but also very vastly deep individual with a very deep purpose and a very deep, old, wise soul that there's no capacity of time investment within indulging in other people's drama or perceptions. I think at this point you're really good at releasing that as well. Kind of just focusing on your own cup, focusing on your own time, focusing on your mission, focusing on your abilities, focus on paving your own path and finding the sense of rhythm within your sacred dance of life, within your essence, within, this divine feminine healing power and sight and empathy that you hold. So yeah, make room for good energy. Don't hold that stuff from anyone else because of their judgment or perception, because that's only them. Like, it's not your duty to manage the energy they cast at you. Banishment, learning and studying into banishment and finding more balance between your light and your dark feminine is going to help you here, because you can start banishing that energy without letting it come through your telepathic receptors. And this will allow you to move forward gracefully, but also give you a diverse range of the magic you're able to wield. The next cards we have here: Chesed right hand, empathy. I could see this too. It was in the reverse, so maybe not, like, because of this stuff. It took you a long time to get to the softness within yourself that you currently are. So don't let anything else that's happening around you hold you back from tending to yourself softly, gracefully, with love. Don't create any sort of doubt or guilt upon yourself, because you're a clear moral channel to the divine, okay? The world isn't ready. Sometimes, well, the world is ready, honestly, to be fully frank, but there's a lot of people within this world that isn't ready to receive the information we have to provide. We might not give people what they want, but we give people what they need. And so honor yourself. If other people don't appreciate getting delivered something that is divinely guided through you by spirit, all right? Honor your voice, honor your sensitivity, express your gifts, unleash your spirit, dance with this energy, recognize your divine worth, choose loving thoughts for yourself. Don't hold on to everyone else's persecution, because that only takes you away from the alignment of your path. Create your own path, make room for good energy. Archangel Uriel. I think you are yet to know the full depth of wisdom and ability that you hold, but there is a huge depth that you have already learned. Your life is going to be a continuously ever learning process. 22:11 on the clock. If Archangel Uriel's coming to you, don't ignore the signs. Go into a space 2222 of meditation and call upon Archangel Uriel to deliver you sense of wisdom, of clarity, of information for your path. He's there to teach you the depth of who you are and the depth of reasons why you need to honor yourself tremendously right now, okay? You are this fire, you are this passion, you are this torch that walks through the darkness in order to retrieve lost information, whether it be for the world around you. My ear just started ringing really, really hard. Lost information, lost soul fragments for yourself or for your community. You're kind of meant to walk both sides of the veil there, and so this is like, you being the torchbearer, you being the guiding light, this mystical sister, this ally to the world around you. So don't hesitate on your abilities or a driving message that's coming through you. Do it anyway and get it out, regardless of any sort of fear. Don't hesitate on yourself. Even say if you want to go post something, post it, share it. Don't hesitate on a message that's coming from the divine to be delivered, okay? Honor your torch. Honor the fact that you are meant to help light and initiate other torch bearers. So it's time to really own your power as this leader that you are, this seer. The next card, we have Raziel, Angel of Mysteries. You might not have yet to know what is in store for you, but guess what? You're holding this book of mysteries. And you're a very brave-hearted soul. Very courageous, very, very powerful, and very empathic, and very loving. This book, you can go anywhere with it. You can retrieve any sort of information with it, and you can see into it. Have the bravery to do so with your work. The Akashic Records, the book, the keeper of history, of time, of creation, of existence. You can access any form of information wherever it is, wherever it comes from. You're able to channel these things. In reverse, that tells me maybe you have hesitations towards really deepening your abilities with looking into that more. This next level of initiation might just be towards that. The more you honor yourself, the more that you pave your own path, the more you continue walking with this, the more you realize how vital your existence is and the work that you are doing within this is, the more expansive that's going to be. Whether, some people don't like it or not, because the majority of the people will. But walking in the realm of light, that you have alliance, is going to allow your protective, powerful spirit team to defend you and deflect any sense of timeline or energies that don't hold full faith behind you or the work that you're doing or pure intentions for that, right? Unlock the sacred mysteries of what you're supposed to uproot and bring into this realm of the world with. In tarot, we have Four of Swords. Retreat to recharge and heal. Now is the time to go into the safe space of self-sanctuary and solitude. Honor your cup here with this Ace of Cups. That's very relative to that. You might feel you need sleeping with defense, having this tool of defense, or even having to kind of walk with this sword, this need to protect yourself just in case. Surrender the troubles and concerns of that to your spirit team, because this is going to help you focus more so on moving forward while they do the wielding, while they do the protecting, while they assist you through the process and removing obstacles, cutting cords, whatever it is that is taking place within your life right now. The Star. Keep moving forward, keeping the guiding light. Keep sight on your hope, on your optimism, on your strength of your purpose. Know that you are this guiding light. You are kind of this source of light for a lot of people. So honor that away from the people who don't recognize the brilliancy of your light or the purpose behind your light. Keep walking with that strategy, with that optimism, with that clarity, with that confidence, and with that strength and courage. Knight of Pentacles. Something is moving here. This journey possibly into creating a more modern day role of this. Financial, stable, physically physical stability in some material way. Something is in progress of moving, and I think you're being called to keep moving determinedly through making this a reality of stability for you. Okay, we'll get more information following that. Okay, yeah, keep moving diligently forward. Keep paving your own path forward. When an obstacle tries to present itself to you, the task for you at this point is to dodge around it, create your own path, honor who you are, to know that you don't deserve to get caught up in that crap. Cut away and move beyond. That's what you're being called to do with this world card, this fulfillment. Move forward diligently, steadfastly, determinedly towards the world, towards fulfillment, towards this powerful soul essence, this queen bee, whatever, this magic. The world card, what was that? The world card represents multifaceted fulfillment and many varieties of things, okay? Keep trudging forward towards that energy. If there's anything here right now that does not serve the higher purpose of myself or the one I am giving this message to, I ask you to please leave. I do not know what that was. Pyrite. Okay. Keep walking towards the world of fulfillment. Keep walking towards your vision, towards your sight, towards the richness of prosperity for yourself, because also a big part of your mission is to create a realm of prosperity for yourself and to guide others to that realm. All right, so keep walking forward and keep creating here. Keep believing in the vitality of this. Keep believing in how vital this is for you to move with. Hello? Okay, I'm gonna move forward. Sorry. Queen of Wands. Very firm, very grounded, very confident, very structured, and firm, optimistic, fierce through chaos. Okay. This raven is handing you this power, this wand, this duty. Okay. Keep moving firm, strong, and powerful with your divine feminine essence. The right ones see you. The right ones know who you are. The right ones look up to your confidence. The right ones admire what it is you're doing and how you're doing it, and they are very, what's the word, honored to learn from you. Okay, so keep doing that. All right, the next card we have King of Pentacles, because security with that is coming. With this high level of divine feminine energy that you exude, you best believe that you also have a very powerful divine masculine energy as well. This can go for, you know, internally. This can go for counterparts as well. But this is all about, like, while you're coming into mastery of your craft, of your wand, in your feminine, in your sight, in your abilities, in your empathic abilities, in your way, 33 on the clock, of maneuvering through each side of the veil. But your masculine is also coming into mastery of yielding material or financial stability behind that, okay? And so this is balance. This is inner union. This is powerful evolution that you have done and created. What is going on? Balance. Something might not like that. What the? There's a lot going on in here right now. The power went out in the last reading. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue. I apologize. Thanks for hanging. So yeah, a lot of masculine and feminine balance here. There's a lot of powerful energy, divinely masculine and divinely feminine here. So honor that connection, honor that unity, honor that union, honor the power behind that creative world of two parts of an engine functioning together to create a very sturdy vehicle of something. Okay. That candle smells really good. I just got a really strong whiff of that, and it's lavender, so thank you. 3 of Swords. Are you heartbroken over something? You might be heartbroken over some things that you had to walk away from because of the duty of your role. But here's the thing, there's a necessary message within that of honoring that and allowing yourself a space of mourning. You're allowed. You might be walking steadfastly and passionately and strongly and courageously moving forward, but that doesn't mean you haven't faced hurt in your life. Honestly, that might be the specific message of that, okay? Other people might think that you're just graced with the blessing of life without any sort of pain. But the reason why you're so good at what you do is because you've learned to master pain and learn to overcome it. And that's a part of your job as well, is helping others heal their traumas and wounds and pains and sufferings where you have learned to do it for yourself. And that's you do that because of how wise you are behind the experience. You know how to walk the darkness because you learned how to overcome the darkness. You have faced a vast array of trauma and honestly, possibly horror. And that's what makes you mysterious for being a light in a realm such as the darkness. Okay. Remove these painful, stabby weights of the heart. If you are dealing with any sort of actual physical heart pain, there's chains here. Release the shackles of that and ask Archangel Michael, ask Angel Uriel, Archangel Uriel to assist the healing of this and the removal of those knives, those wounds, those shackles. Trust in your divine team to help you through healing that. And ask them how they would like you to properly dispose of the energy that might be trying to immobilize you or prevent you from moving forward upon a path, as we have a lot of aggressive commotion happening in here right now. I can feel it. I again, banishment might be really good for you to look into. Affirm you have a very beautiful, strong, powerful, indestructible heart. Visualize engulfing it in white, pure, divine light and love and breath work. Breathe, okay? You're gonna be able to heal yourself because that's what you do. You know, you're equipped. You know how to do that. Rattle, disperse. Disperse any sort of negative energy surrounding your path, surrounding reality, surrounding your situations. Invoke your spirit team to serve you and protect you. Shield you when necessary, when a moment calls. You can do it in your head if you would like. Gray mystery, trust. Hold trust and faith and powerful courage and optimism in who you are, where you're going, your blind faith. All of it, okay? Trust, 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 trust. Trust yourself, trust your team, trust your allies, trust your messages that you receive, trust divine guidance, and trust if you pave your own path outside of drama, Spirit will always show you the way. I love you so much. I am so very proud of you for how hard you have worked through maybe the mess that has led you to this miraculous existence of reality, of way of life, of way of moving through so many things. And I know it's not easy, but you're managing really well. You're very ground confident and firm and courageous, doing what it is you're doing through any form of chaos that you might be battling. Proud of you. Keep going. Happy new moon and eclipse. Have a great rest of your day.